Hey guys, if you have been looking for a genuine strategy to trade the Forex market with and stay profitable, then this is the teaching for you. In today's teaching, I'm going to be showing you guys a trading strategy that I've used for the last 8 years, and this strategy has been consistent. I've been profitable month in, month out. I've been profitable year in, year out. And this strategy has allowed me to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in the Forex market. For those of you that have been following my teaching over the years, you all will be a bit familiar with this entire system. However, for those that are new to this channel, it's important to sit back and take note of every single thing that I'm going to be showing you guys in today's teaching. So let's get on to today's video. Okay, so we are going to be taking GBP-JPY. For some of you that have been my students, you know that GBP-JPY is my favorite pair. Why? Because it gives me so many opportunities, so I love to trade it. Okay, so what is the first thing we do? The first thing we do when we come onto the chart is go on the monthly time frame. As you all can see, this is the monthly time frame. Okay, and when we go on the monthly time frame, our job is to read, the entire story. So from here now, we can see prices at this point. This is 2007 in June. That's when the market started this move. Okay, far back at 2007, when I didn't even know what Forex trading is. But because of my knowledge, I can be able to go back today and read what happened in 2007 and be able to explicitly explain. Okay, so that is knowledge for you. So price started this movement from here in 2007, where it made push, it made exhaustion, it made push, it made an exhaustion move right here. Okay, let's redo it again. I wonder why that was messed up. This is push to this point. This is an exhaustion. This is push to this point. This is an exhaustion. This is push to this point. This is an exhaustion, and this is push. Okay, and there was a change of character at this point. So the last lower high right here got broken. Okay, instigating a change of character. If you all need more knowledge in terms of structures, you don't know about structures, you don't know about change of character, then I have a full course. Link is in the description below, where you can sign up and get access to the course on everything swing and day trading and price action in general. Okay, so let's just continue. So there was a change of character here. The last lower high got taken off, instigating what? A change of character, allowing us to know, right, that now that there has been a change of character, what's going to happen? We will just expect the discount. This discount is the pullback. Okay, after a change of character, a pullback comes in. What does prices do with this pullback? In this case, it comes to grab more bulls before takeoff to the entire top. So this time around, a pullback has come in, and right now price has been pushing for several years. Since year 2020, price has started this bullish move and has been pushing thereafter. Okay, so prices made push, exhaustion, they started making smaller structures here. We saw push and exhaustion, push and exhaustion, push and exhaustion, continuous structures. Even when trying to make a bit of a smaller structure, push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion. Okay, so price kept making all of these push movements and rest phase, and all of these movements are beautiful and they are pushing upwards, right? So now that we have seen that, the next question is what? Where is prices going? We've seen a change of character. We saw prices come for that pullback, and we can see prices pushing very strongly in beautiful wave of push and exhaustion. So one thing is clear, right? GBP-JPY is bullish. Okay, so since we've decided that GBP-JPY is bullish, what are we going to do? The next thing is that what? Okay, we are now going to identify potential obstacle levels that could slow our bullish movements, out. Okay, so first of all, we can see this resistance point here. Okay, I'll make it pinpoint. Okay, you can see the pinpoint resistance point here. Price has not gotten there yet, so it's important to identify this as a possible obstacle that could slow us down, okay, from our entire journey. This obstacle will slow us down and even send prices down for a retracement again before takeoff. Things like that will happen. Okay, so identify that particular level. Okay, so now focusing on what is going on with prices, just like we said, we have seen prices make very beautiful and clear structures of higher heights and higher lows, starting from year 2020 or even 2019. This is about 6-7 years ago, where prices are making all of this bullish move. Okay, so GBP-JPY, without any doubt, has been bullish over the years and is still going to bullish. Okay, so this means that what? If we are buying, it means we are buying with the wave of the ocean. We are buying in the direction of trend. While if we are selling, it means we are selling against the wave of the ocean. We are selling against the direction of trend. So what are we going to do? We will now identify the last higher low point right here. This is the last higher low point. So we've taken this last higher low point. We've taken our possible next obstacle level right here. We've identified it, identified the last higher low, and we are now going to take this window from the low here to this high here as our new range of focus in order for us to expand it and see what price is really doing within those windows. Okay, so before we go on, let's just put a tag on it. Remember, this level is coming from the monthly time frame, right? So we can call this a monthly higher low point. This level here, we can call it a monthly resistance point. Okay, we've said that this is what an obstacle. We can even go ahead and put the word obstacle here, that this level could slow us down and send prices down for a deep retracement, because that's an obstacle. Even though, yes, we know overall that price is pushing up, but this obstacle could send price for a deeper retracement. So what are we going to do? We are on the weekly time frame, okay? Because what we do is that what we do an organized multi-time frame analysis, okay? It's also called a top-down analysis. You saw me on the monthly time frame. Now I'm on the weekly time frame, and this is how I'm going to keep taking it down until I get to the 4 hours or the 1 hour or even the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so this is the low and this is the high. So instead of reading it on this time frame, right, I'll take it to the daily time frame just so that I can expand it a bit more. Okay, expand it a bit more and read the structures within their respective structure circles a little bit better. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We are going to read the structures again. What are the structures? From here, we saw prices made push. We saw prices make an exhaustion, push to this level. We saw prices make an exhaustion, push to this level, exhaustion. All of these clear bullish structures of higher highs and higher lows. So GJ is very sweet. We already know the direction. We know it's bullish. So what is our job? Our job is what? Wait for an exhaustion to come in and buy at the end of an exhaustion to buy a push. Okay, remember that after every push, there must be an exhaustion. So our job on GJ is that what? We already know that price is clearly bullish. So wait for an exhaustion. After the exhaustion ends, buy and buy to the top. It's simple and straightforward. My students know this. And if you want to learn more about all of this, I have a live mentorship program. I can add you in for the lifetime program. You guys can join in and you guys can learn with me, through the lifetime program. Okay, so link is in the description below to access that. Okay, so now we have read all these bullish structures and we now identify this low here as what? As the last higher low within that structure circle. This means that all of the structure circles ahead are smaller. Okay, like you can see, for example, this one right here, push, you can see the length of the exhaustion. After this, the exhaustions are smaller. Okay, so that's why I identified this as what? As the last daily higher low points. Okay, so here we'll put this here and tag this as daily HL. This is the last daily higher low point. This is the monthly resistance point, which is an obstacle. So I'm going to take this higher low point, this daily higher point, and take this entire window as my new range of focus. Okay, so what is going on within this range of focus again? We are now going to go ahead and read the structures again. We're going to keep doing this until we see a fresh and a ready trade. This is why we stay ahead, because we read the market, we understand structures. Okay, so what are we seeing here? From here, I'm saying push, exhaustion, continuously push, exhaustion, continuously push, exhaustion, all of these progressive structures. Okay, very beautiful push and exhaustion structures, push and exhaustion structures. All my students knows how to analyze structures within proper push and exhaustions and within their structure circle. Okay, so all of these are progressive structures. After this, we can see that prices started a smaller structure. Okay, so we are going to separate it. Okay, because we separate big structures, we separate those big and small structures. Okay, we put them aside. So this was ended that big structure. So we are now going to tag this level here as what? As 4 hour higher low point. Okay, and what are we now going to do? We are now going to take this level known as 4 hour higher low and take this level that we tag as monthly obstacle and just read this entire window. But before we go ahead, this level here that price is rejected, okay, we can see a rejection at this level. This is going to be our safest take profit level at this point. So here we can put resistance. Okay, we have the monthly resistance above, but here we can put the 4 hours resistance point. Okay, so our safest exit is going to be here. However, we can decide to break even when prices get here and allow prices get to this monthly resistance point. Either or, you can just play around with it. So what am I saying? Okay, I've identified this 4-hour resistance point. I've also identified this 4-hour higher low point, and my job is to read what is going on within the entire window. Okay, so now within this entire window, let's see if we can expand a little bit more so that we can all see it. Okay, so what is going on right here? We can see prices make push. We can see price come for an exhaustion, push, and exhaustion, push to this level, and exhaustion. We can see prices start on, smaller structures here, push and exhaustion, push and exhaustion. So this is the last higher low of prices. Okay, the big question is what? Why is this level here not an higher low? This is because price did not create an higher high. So higher lows are only confirmed by the presence of an higher high. And you can see that this high is higher. These were just weak rejections. If you switch it to the line chart, you can see that this high is higher than it. Sometimes you can even drop the horizontal line just to see. You can see that this high on the left is higher than the one on the right. So this means that what? This means that the one on the right, this is not an higher low. Instead, this level right here is the last higher low point of prices. Okay, so we now decided that what? Okay, let's identify all of these lows right here, which we did very beautifully. And what did we see? We saw that what? A very beautiful change of character has happened. As you can see, the very beautiful change of character has happened because prices has taken off the last higher low point. That's even went ahead to take off all of these lows. So this now, so a clear change of character has happened. So now, how are we going to tap into a brand new trade on the market? Okay, there's a current trade we're on where we're making money currently. Okay, so now how did we tap into this particular entry? We've seen a change of character. Now that we've seen a change of character, what are we expecting? We're expecting price to go back for a discount. There's something we call a discount. After a change of character, price goes back for a discount before continuing and hitting the 78.6. Okay, so 78.6 is the level that usually price will get to before it continues in the direction of trend. So if I bring my fib from the low to the high right here, we'll make it very, very pinpoint. Okay, I have if you want the full knowledge of the Fibonacci, I have that also in my course. So here, let's take the horizontal line off. Okay, let's bring that back. Let's try to bring that back and instead take the horizontal line off. Yes, this is better. Okay, so you can see it's pinpoints at the low, pinpoints at the swing high, or you can use this other eye right here. Like I said, I have the full course of Fibonacci if you want to learn how to use the Fibonacci. Okay, so now prices go to the 61.8, and we know that this 61.8 is going to cause a retracement. The 61.8 is going to send prices up for a retracement, okay, before prices eventually sells down to as much as the 78.6. So there are three trade entry opportunities here. One, prices rejecting at this 61.8 right here. This offers us a very quick retracement opportunity where we can buy, at this level here, the level here, we can hide our stop loss a little bit at the low, at the rejection of 61.8, then buy to the top. Okay, where are we buying to? We are buying to the other 61.8, where we bring out our fib from the high here to the low. So what are we doing? We are buying to this other 61.8. This should give us about a 1 to 5 risk to reward. So this is the current trade that we're running in, about 1 to 5 risk to reward. Very, very brilliant trade. So as soon as price gets to the 61.8, what are we going to do? It offers us another sell opportunity. So these are the three, this is how we are able to predict ahead. Okay, that's okay. This is the first opportunity, this is the second opportunity, this is the third opportunity. So at the 61.8, what are we going to do? We are going to sell at 61.8, and where are we going to sell to? We are going to sell to as much as the 78.6. Okay, for about 1,224. Okay, so now let me tell you all the psychology. The psychology was what? We bought at 61.8 for a retracement back to 61.8 after a change of character. That is one. Then we will now sell at 61.8 down to 78.6, which ends this sell retracement, because we know that if we are selling, it's a retracement, right? Then at 78.6, what are we going to do? We are now going to place a buy trade back to the entire top. So these are our three trades. We're already on the first one, and the second and third are just waiting for us to just place in our opportunity, and they're also waiting for you guys to join in also. So at 78.6, we had our stop loss behind the last higher low point right here, and right to this point for about a 1 to 9 risk to reward. So this is how we make money in the Forex market. We are professionals. We've been training for the last 8 years, And I've trained so many students that have been able to alleviate, poverty in their lives and help them get professional and get better in the learning and mastery of Forex. So link is in the description below if you want to roll with me and learn and master trading. See you guys in the next teaching.